Cog Railway is now boarding all 12:30 departures. Please have your ticket in hand for boarding and begin making your way to the trains. Once again, the Mount Washington Cog Railway is now boarding all 12:30 departures. Thank you and enjoy your trip.
And that's me. I'll be on this back railroad.
My name is Jim. I'll be a brakeman on the way up. And that's the number 4 biodiesel. We've got 6 of them now that are actively going up and down. And we've got the number 7 down below, trying to be completed. That number 3 biodiesel is faster than us. We usually like to keep 750 feet between us. He's about 1,500 feet ahead of us, so we gotta speed up.
So I'm at the top of Mount Washington now, and according to a lot of people, this is one of the nicest days to be up here. Very little wind. Actually, it's not that cold. I do have my jacket on, but very pleasant up here. Very fun train trip up. There's the train waiting to go back down. Alright, that's a mandatory picture stop if you're at Mount Washington. That's the summit sign. But the line's not too bad. Only about 5 minutes to stand in line and you're there. Here to the top, you've got a post office you can mail something from. You also got a museum, a little restaurant up here also, and eat and have an incredible view, and a gift shop. It's not the worst weather today.
Everybody have a good time up here today? Yes, that's what we like to hear right there. Now my name is Fred, and I'm going to be your brakeman on the way down the hill today.
I think the last time I climbed a mountain was 1994 when I climbed Mount Fuji. But this is a little bit different. This is Mount Washington in New Hampshire, and Mount Washington, 4.5 miles. It's a little after 10 o'clock. I'm getting a late start this morning. Anyway, let's start hiking. This is very early in on the path. Just started. But I talked to some hikers yesterday and they said this is a very well-marked path and I shouldn't get lost. Let's hope not. There's a hiker that is in front of me, past me. He's doing his clapping and making noise to make sure that if there are any bears, that he's letting them know we're coming in. But hopefully no bear sightings today, nor do I want to see a moose. Hopefully this isn't one of those occasions when I look back on video and see a bear right behind me. Of course, if I'm watching a video, it means that everything went well. Little creek crossing. But so far, elevation climb has been steady and slight. And the trail has been very well marked. Making our way forward. Well, all of a sudden, the mountain has said, it's time to get some elevation change. Whew. It has gotten steep. But still making progress. Alright, here's a good look at section of the trail. This is my route that I have to go up, and this is about the steepness for the last 20 minutes. I made it to the Alpine Zone. I put the camera away about 30 minutes ago on the side pocket here, just because it got to the point where I needed to use my hands and make sure I had a good connection to the earth and to the rocks. Still in the Alpine Zone, making progress. A couple of hikers behind me, not too far. Stopped and talked with them, got a couple of pictures. I'm making progress. I think I'm gonna make it to the top. 1.4 miles to the top. Washington, this way. That's the top. That's where I'm heading. Really nice up here. Right now I'm at 5,050 feet in elevation. So I have another 1,000 foot of elevation to climb. Blue skies up. Luckily today we have wonderful, wonderful weather. Very little wind, although the little wind that is blowing, you could probably hear it in the microphone on this GoPro. But I certainly would never have attempted this trail if the weather had been bad. And I did a check of the weather forecast this morning just to make sure it was going to be good. I hope none of those rocks decide to fall. It would definitely make for a bad day. Definitely. But man, a lot of rocks. A lot of rocks. But yeah, just follow the this whole section of the trail up here. All the trails. Everything is marked by these rocks. That's how far I've gone in. I don't know, maybe about 20 minutes. You can look ahead. This is the route that I have to take. This camera is probably not good enough to see the people up there hiking down. And of course, that's the top. So the whiteness here, it looks like ice or snow. It actually is not. It's formica or mica, but it is not snow. I'll show you. Yeah, it's just rock. From a distance, looks like ice or snow. But these mountains are called the White Mountains, and it's because of this the rock formations that are white like that. That's how it got it. How these mountains got their name. That's the top. Just a few more minutes and I'll be there. It's about 3 o'clock now. I'll spend about maybe 10-15 minutes up here, and then I'll start making my way down. I'm going to take the trail system going down the opposite side. Well, I made it. This is the top, which is where I was at yesterday. Well, I have to say, going up was much better than coming down. These rocks are tough, very tough. I mean, this is the trail, so you do have the rocks there that are guiding me. I can hear a train coming up in the background, so I'll actually go down. This is the Trinity, so I'm on Trinity Trail right now. It'll go down, I'll cross over the railroad track and make a left, aiming towards this area, and I will hit the Jewel Trail, and then that's going to take me down. It's a 1.4 miles on this, and then before I hit the Jewel Trail. But the rocks are getting a little bit better. It's not quite as steep as it was further up there, where you definitely had to watch your step, because this is what I'm coming down, and you just have to pick your rock. All right, now I've crossed the tracks. Time to hit this trail and keep on going. I was gonna get some good train video, but I don't want to stick around any longer. I need to get myself down the hill. And that is a serious drop off. Well, I finally made it to the Ford Jewel Trail. Base station, 3.7 miles. Looks like this is the route down. Somehow it's gonna go, yeah, I can see hikers way down here. And I'm like, it looks like it keeps going on that edge, and it looks like it might do the ridge line all the way down until it gets to the base station down there. I will say about Jewel Trail, when you get into these rocks, it gets a little confusing as to where the actual trail is. So there's a series of rocks up there and here. So if I turn it around, I'm looking and I see that it keeps on going that away. But this is what you're faced with. So this trail is no joke. Got to watch out for these rocks and slowly make your way down. You see, this is what it looks like, and it's hard to tell on video how steep this is, but I'm definitely grabbing a hold of the rocks in a good number of places to steady myself. It's slow going, but at this point you got no choice. I'm not sleeping up here tonight, so onward I go. So I'm back in my RV, and I did survive the hike up Mount Washington. Was recording all the way down. I'd gotten into the forest portion, lower levels, probably less than a mile away from the parking lot. Never did film any more after that forest scene, and once I got to the parking lot, I never did turn the camera back on. It was a little after 6 o'clock. Probably about 6:15 when I reached my truck. The trail itself was difficult. I knew it was going to be difficult. I'd read up on it. It said it was a hard trail. The very base of the trail is nice woods, nice trees. You do have good ground underneath you, and then going up on the trail, after about a good mile, then all of a sudden you start doing the elevation climb. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in the truck, and I'm going to take the third way that you can get up the mountain, which is driving up.
Just imagine that this road opened to the public in 1861, and the scenes which are about to unfold before you have remained unchanged since then. But finally, on August 8, 1861, the construction was done, and done right. Many decades later, in a study completed with aerial surveys and the latest technology, the Army Corps of Engineers could find no improvement to the route as laid out in the middle of the last century. Today, this toll road is still privately owned and operated by the Mount Washington Summit Road Company, and with very little change in ownership, has remained a family business since 1906. Like at the summit in winter, as well as some rare mementos of the past. And be sure to visit the historic Summit Stage Office and Gift Shop, which is where the observers huddled together while measuring a world record wind speed in 1934, an unbelievable 231 miles per hour. You should be coming to the parking area pretty soon, so save the rest of this tour for when you begin the trip back down. Enjoy your adventure at the top of New England.
We made it to the top on the drive. I will tell you that most of the time I was concentrating on the road, so I didn't see a lot of scenery coming up. I saw a lot of narrow roads and very, very steep drop-offs.